You may have a 750 credit score and you're still getting denied. And it's because you don't have the proper profile. And in this video, I want to share with you how to build the ultimate credit profile step by step.
I've been in the business 9 years. Commercial real estate investor. See, most of us, we losing out on blessings because we want to get the whole pie. We want 100% of nothing.
I got business, credit, real estate. Got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, real estate.
Yo, I need to become more effective in less time. If it takes you 30 years to do something, I need to do it in 5. I'm not trying to wait time 30, 40 years in to retire, get a pension, then go get a second job and now work. No, I'm not doing it.
Funding for the business with a lower interest rate. I got
Get your LLC, you gon' need an EIN. You get verified online, a few more steps, you be right in. Get your headset in the game, we gon' need you to buy in. Execution is the loophole with the strings that we tie in.
Hey, what's going on, family? It's Ramel, Big Mogul, the Self-Storage King, and I am back. Welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you how you can build the ultimate credit profile this year. Now, I did another video previously where I shared how to get access to $250,000 in funding with a brand new LLC. And a lot of people asked in the comments, well, do I need great credit to do so? And the answer is yes. If you have a brand new LLC, you need to pair that LLC up with a credit profile to personally guarantee that business. So I want to share with you what makes up that credit profile. But before I get into what makes up the credit profile, I would like to talk to you about credit overall and why credit is important. Let me know in the comments right now, what do you think? Why is credit important? For me, credit is important because it gives you leverage. And I love to break down words and really understand the power in what we're sharing. So when we think about leverage, there's two parts to the word. We have lever and then we have age. So lever pushes you forward. When you think about a lever, you think about a seesaw, right? You think about anything that gives you a push, right? So when you think about leveraging credit, it gives you a push. And when you think about age, it's the time that it takes to get something done. So when I think about credit, it allows me to get ahead faster versus me saving up money on my own, right? You can get access to $250,000 faster than you can save, or your job could pay you. And that is why credit is important. The average price of a home across the country is about $400,000 to $500,000, and it's going up. And if you don't have that type of money, you may not be able to own a home. You may not be able to get a car. You may not be able to do a lot of things. That is why credit is so important, because you can leverage it to get access now and start to build up your income and build up the things that you need for financial freedom. So credit is extremely important. And we want to break it down to psychology. When you apply for health insurance, when you apply for life insurance, did you know that there's a soft pull on your credit? And if your credit is bad, then you may get denied for health insurance. You may get denied for life insurance because someone that has bad credit, the studies show that bad finances is directly correlated with bad health, because you are more stressed. You're not able to afford the right foods. You're not able to afford to go to the gym. And these are just what the studies show. So credit is much bigger than we think. All right. Credit is really a tool that we need to understand the ins and out if we are going to operate at the highest level here. Okay. So now that we understand why credit is important, we now want to share what are the 5 factors that make up the credit profile. Right. Number 1, the first factor is going to be payment history. Payment history is 35% of your profile. So payment history is the ability to make payments on time, over time. Please don't forget that. A lot of people forget the overtime piece, right? So if you get a credit card and there's a $900 limit on it, we like to spend no more than 30% of that limit. So if it's $900, we're going to spend 300 of it, and then we're going to pay 100 over a 3-month span. So if I spend $900 if I spend $300 in January, I'm going to pay off $100 in February, and then another $100 in March, and another $100 in April, and then I'll recycle and do it all over again. This is how we start to build our profile and beat the algorithm, because it's not about the score, it's about your profile. You can have a 750 credit score and still get denied. The second factor that makes up your credit profile is going to be debt usage or credit utilization, whatever way you want to put it. This is how much of your credit cards are you actually utilizing? How much of the debt are you actually utilizing to purchase? So if you have a credit card, we never want to max it out. If you max out your credit cards, there's an internal flag that goes off in the database that increases your odds of being denied because you look like a financial risk, a financial hazard. What is this person going through when they're maxing out all their cards? Why would I lend someone money when they owe everybody else? Think about it, right? You got to understand finance, how the banks think. So what we like to do is called the divide by 3 rule. Whatever your credit limit is on each card, you never want to spend no more than 30% of that limit on each card. Not 30% of your total utilization across your profile. Each card needs to be under 30%. So you may have a Discover card of 9,000. You may have a Chase card of 27,000, right? You may have a Bank of America card for 6,000, but 30%, no more than that on each card. Now, payment history and credit utilization together is 65% of your profile. That is more than half. So if you focus on those two alone, you will be in the 700, 750 credit club. Everything else I'm going to share with you now, which is going to be the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. So the next thing we have is length of credit, which is 15% of our credit profile. This is important. Every time you apply for new credit, guess what? Your average age of credit drops because it's a new account. So the way you get the length of credit is going to be your oldest account and your youngest account and the average in between. So we want to be mindful of how we build our credit. Typically, what I like to share is credit builders, which I'm going to talk to shortly. But we utilize credit builder accounts, trade lines, and things like that to help give us more age. But we never want to close down any accounts. Even if you're not utilizing it, keep it open because when you close it, guess what? Your average age drops because you don't have that history anymore from that account. So we want to focus on making sure that we have a long history because you can be what we call seasoned. And there's somebody that may have a 700 credit score, but they only have 1 year of credit history. And it could be somebody with a 680 credit score that have 8 years of history. And guess what? The person with a 680 credit score, 8 years of history, will get approved quicker than a person with 1 year history and a 700 credit score. Okay, it's very important for us to understand this so that we know how to strategically apply and build the right profile. So those are the top 3 factors. The last 2 that I'm going to share with you, one is going to be your mix of credit. Your mix of credit is 10% of your profile. Okay, you need to make sure that you are diversified, not just one type of credit. I see so many people that only have credit cards and wonder why they get denied because you don't have installment accounts and you don't have open-ended accounts. So we need all 3: revolving accounts, installment accounts, open-ended accounts. Revolving accounts are considered credit cards where you have a limit, you can spend it, you can pay it off. It may be a line of credit. You spend it, you can pay it off, and you consistently have access to it. Okay, it's like a revolving door. Installment loans are one fixed amount that you pay over time. That can be a mortgage, that can be a car loan, that can be a school loan. I see a lot of people that want to delete school loans, but the school loans is one of the reasons why your credit profile is high because that is an account that you have that's aged well. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have installment accounts, and open-ended accounts varies every 30 days based upon your usage. So you could actually go on platforms like Experian Boost and have your lights, have your gas, have your internet, and things like that report to your profile. And that's going to all build up a strong seasoned profile. And last but not least is going to be new credit. That's 10% of your profile. That's every time you apply, you're going to get a hard inquiry. Be mindful of that. This is why we teach in our mentorship how to apply and not get hit with hard inquiries, or go to the banks that do soft pulls. Because every time you apply, you get a hard inquiry. And believe it or not, anytime you have more than 6 hard inquiries, you now have an internal flag that goes from the database that also increases your odds of being denied. Hey, it's Ramel, the 7-figure entrepreneur and self-storage king. I got a quick question for you. What's more important to you than money? Is it time, freedom, having a space to create a better relationship with God? Is it traveling the world? Is it spending time with your kids? What is it? The reason why I ask that is because most people think that money is everything, and money is just the tool that you utilize to get the real goal, which is your freedom, your time, all the things that I just named that you name, right? And the great news is I built the number one most affordable and wealth building community on the planet for less than $1.50 per day, where I'm going to teach you the blueprint on how to clean your credit, how to get access to funding, how to pay off debt fast, how to buy assets, underwrite these deals, all in one community for less than $1.50 a day. That community is the Mogul Elite Club. So go to moguleliteclub.com or click the link in the description and grab your spot for less than $1.50 per day. I'll see you there. So those are the 5 factors that makes up the credit profile. This is how you build the ultimate credit profile. And this may take time. It's not going to happen overnight, but we need to stay 10 toes down in the process. Too many people get started and want to just get money fast, and now you crash. I say it all the time. You get money fast and then you crash. So here's just a diagram for those of you, that like to see this visually a little bit more. All right. And what you can do, you can go to platforms like free. You get your free credit report on creditchecktotal.com. You can also go to annual credit report. Credit Karma will give you just your report. I wouldn't look at Credit Karma for the score per se, but Credit Karma can definitely give you what's on your report. And Credit Check Total give you your reports for $1. Right? This is what your profile should look like. If your profile does not look like this is the goal. Okay? Payment history 100%. Credit card utilization under 30%, really under 10% is even better. No late payments, no negatives, no derogatories. Your average age is 5 years plus. You want to have over 10 trade line accounts, whether it's primary or secondary. You have a mix of it. Typically, we like to go for more primary. And again, you want to keep your inquiries very, very low. Very, very low. These are some credit builders. You can do self-ink. You have rent reporters where you can actually backdate your rent. You have pledge loans with Navy Federal, and then you can build your credit with no hard inquiry, secure credit cards, secure loans. These are ways to build your credit so that you don't have to get hard inquiries, all right? You have kickoff. And actually, in our mentorship, we give you access to a credit card with no credit check up to $2,500. Okay, so this is what makes up the credit profile, and it's going to give you a lot of value. Okay, so when you understand this concept, you will be able to master credit. I hope this was valuable for you. Now you're on your way to that bulletproof, ultimate, perfect credit profile. All right, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.